when you do drugs, I mean heavy drugs, you don't think the same way that you thought before you did drugs. My entire family is addicted to drugs. The fun ones. The kind rich people take. That doctors prescribe, so there's nothing really wrong with it because a doctor prescribed it. 5 of them, actually. So what's the problem? They've come out a couple of times in the past and tried to say that they were so scared of me. They were so afraid. But back then, they not only left their children with me, they left their mother with me. Kathy would come down once a year, spend most of her time at the beach. She didn't care that me and her mother were there alone for the rest of the year, that her elderly mother was there left with a woman who she believed killed somebody. That's fine. Oh, the bitch murdered somebody? Well, let her take care of mama. Maybe we can get to that inheritance faster. It's fine. Leave the babies with her, too. We've got insurance on them, right? It's good. Leave them. Just, let's go. We got pills to go pick up. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Unless you're a drug addict. It makes perfect sense in the mind of a drug addict. This is my family. Enjoy. But understand that you cannot believe most of what they say because they were either on drugs at the time and have a faulty memory, or they're currently on drugs and want you to believe something completely different from what is actually happening. The reality is that after 2009, I lived with my grandmother and I took care of my cousin's children, and nobody ever had a problem with it until after I published a book in 2020. And that's when all hell broke loose and everybody had something to say, and everybody was suddenly so afraid and so sure that I was a murderer. Nobody said any of these things, thought any of these things, or believed any of these things until I published my book, which was written, by the way, after they put me on antidepressants to add on to my antipsychotics, which is a medication that I'm no longer even on. I'm on the antipsychotic, but they have since taken off the antidepressant. And yes, that makes a difference in the fact that I wrote that book in about 3 days after they put me on an antidepressant. My family will probably tell you a similar excuse. Well, we feel different when we're on drugs. Everything is so different when you're on drugs, right? It's okay. I get it. I've been around you my whole life. I understand. Remember, the things I know